of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Cougars. Today is Wednesday, January 30th. Welcome to SCTP News. I'm Zachary Starr.
And I'm Samuel Mascari. Thank you to all the seniors who showed up early this morning to buy grad night tickets. Now, tickets are going on sale for another senior event. Senior banquet tickets will be available this Friday at the finance office or on our website. The cost is $30 and the banquet is scheduled for April 6th at 6 p.m. at Steel Canyon Golf Course.
You're running out of time to buy tickets for Winter Formal. The cost is now $35 with an ASB card and $40 without. Winter Formal is about 2 weeks away, and the date is set for Saturday, February 16th from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. at the Westin Hotel in the Gaslamp Quarter.
Attention Cougar crew. There's a mandatory meeting today at lunch in KA 103 to plan for our open house. Remember, participation in the open house is mandatory for returners. And to all the seniors, we need you.
This week, SCTV News is profiling clubs at Steel Canyon. You might have an idea for a club, but you may not know how to get it started. It's actually easier than you might think. Samuel Mascari, along with Ashley Taylor and Cooper Maltby, explain how it's done.
Most of the time, clubs can be the most fun part about school. With the easy process of bringing your ideas to ASB, you can create a club of your choosing.
Anyone can create a club, and as long as it's decided to be school appropriate by ASB and our admin, then it'll be passed and you guys will be able to meet weekly or however frequently you guys want to.
There are all sorts of clubs on campus, from hip hop club to pink ribbon club. Anybody can find a club they like or find interesting.
So we got academic league, American car club, art club, chess club, all the classes, their clubs, Cougars for Christ club, Farkle Films club, Matt Stats club, music appreciation club, ping pong club, Safe Schools Ambassadors club, Spirit Club, Sports Med Club, Toxic Honey Club, Yearbook Club, YouTube Club, and a ton more.
Anybody can create a club, and the process is really simple. According to ASB member Sam, it only takes 3 easy steps. You start at the ASB room and finish at the finance office.
Fill out a club charter form, which is in the ASB room. It's going to ask you things like 3 members of people who will join your club, and then a president, a vice president, who your advisor is, and you need the advisor's signature to get that club started.
If you don't want to create a club, there are plenty of clubs you can join. All you have to do is look at the SCHS website to find the list of clubs. On there, you'll also find the advisor, room number, and the day of the club that meets.
First step, which is the most important step in joining a club, and that's just like going to the meetings. Like you go to the meetings, you get to know some people there, and you start getting involved in the stuff that the clubs are doing.
Clubs allow us to connect better with one another, so if you're looking to try something new, you could join a club or create one of your choosing. For SCTV News, I'm Samuel Mascari.
Several existing clubs meet today at lunch. They include Academic League, Anime Club, Avid Club, Dance Team, Eco Crew, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Mental Health Awareness Club, Sprack Booking and More Club, and the Steel Canyon Players.
Members of Steel Canyon Friday Night Live are returning from an exciting experience in our local mountains. Hundreds of students from around Southern California are gathered for the Youth Annual Development Institute at Camp Marston and Julian. The students took part in workshops and worked on different projects. In fact, some SCHS students were even officers at camp. There are more events in the future. If you're interested, you can attend Friday Night Live every Tuesday at lunch in room E204.
Every Wednesday, SCTV News is partnering with the special education teachers and students in room D110 for a weekly weather report. Here's what to expect for the rest of the week.
The Cougars, I with some with agree. It is sunny in Greece. Winning the sis. Was yep or now the Baba news. Our English kiss them.
Your high school career is full of classes, from electives to E&S, but why do students need to take all these different subjects to get a diploma? Jesus Vasquez, Dylan Shaw, and Camden Shaw found some answers in this special report.
English, math, science, history. Why do we need all these classes? Not all high school students like them. Then why you should care? Mr. Mohammed let us know why all classes matter.
Okay, so the reason that you're taking a lot of classes is because we want to prepare you for post-secondary success, so life after high school. And life after high school is different for every student. Some students may want to go to a four-year university, and those universities require students to take a variety of courses. Some students might want to go join the military, and even if they join the military, they still have to get the high school diploma, and a high school diploma requires a bunch of different classes. So depending on what you want to do, even if you want to start a job and enter the workforce, most of them require at least a high school diploma, and you have to pass the courses that are required, which are math, English, science, and there's a wide variety of them, because employers and colleges want to know that you're prepared and that you can do the work and you're capable and smart.
A through G requirements are mostly needed for any university or college, but besides being a requirement, every class is important for a certain reason that will help you after high school.
I think that students tend not to like English class because of all the paperwork that's involved in it. There are essays that you need to write, assignments that you need to complete, and of course reading. And kids nowadays are more geared towards technology, and they'd rather do a lot of things online. And so I think maybe they feel like English is kind of an old school kind of class, or it has like some antiquated ideas that go along with it. Yeah, the skills that you pick up in English class will help you in the future. For example, working in small groups will prepare you for working with several different types of personalities once you get into your career. Also, the collaborative efforts that you put into the class when you do things like literature circles or when you're doing a group presentation, that will carry over into your career someday anyways, because you have to work with other people and you have to be able to communicate. And of course, the writing will help you as well. You have to, be able to craft an email, or you have to be able to do presentations, and all of that is skills that you build upon in your English courses.
The math that the students learn in high school, how it would help most people is in the real life would be when they buy a car, when they buy a house, when they are buying things and they're dealing with numbers that they might not understand, such as financing, working with percentage rates, compound interest. For most people, probably buying a car is a nightmare of an experience, and the salesman, it's their job to know more than you. So if you can be prepared and know about a little bit of the math that goes into buying a car, if you're going to be financing, they might try and sell you to a lease and it costs you a lot more money. It happens every day all over the United States, I'm sure in other nations too, where people get taken advantage of because they don't know what they're doing.
Math is the least favorite class of majority. According to MMO Champion, 29% of students from every school don't like it. But why?
I would say the reason most students don't like math, which there are a few of them that don't like math, if you can believe that, that's because of their experience in elementary school and not having a teacher that was probably as solid with mathematics as they should have been. So it's a big challenge. And if they don't have the drive to learn those fundamentals, if their arithmetic skills aren't strong, if they can't do that, then it's just going to make their math experience miserable.
Students can't tell you why they don't like a class besides the fact that they might not be the best at it.
Some people like them for, if they want jobs later in life, kind of like, say math. If you want to be like a construction worker, you're going to need to know like all those things, like you need to know those dynamics and crap. So you need to like take those classes, but if you're not, I don't think it's kind of worth doing that, because it's kind of just wasting your time when you could do something more beneficial for your life.
Every class will help you to find who you are, what you want to do for a living, and help you to be responsible. For SCTV News, I'm Jesus Vasquez.
It is officially airband season once again. This year's competition is scheduled for March 6th. Right now, teams are forming and getting their routines together. And there's still room for more teams. Any students who would like to take part should visit room F106 and speak with Mrs. Yoshinaga.
Science Olympiad has a mandatory meeting on Thursday at lunch in D207. If you can't make the meeting, please check in with Mrs. Jensen sometime this week for important details about the upcoming competition.
All boys interested in playing volleyball this year, there is an important meeting next week. You should make plans to report to the mezzanine next Tuesday at lunch.
Academic League has a match today at Monte Vista, JV at 3:30 and varsity at 4:15. Boys soccer is home today against Mount Miguel, JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30. Girls soccer is at Valhalla, JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:30.
That's all the news we have for you today. Have a great week. Rah rah Cougars.
Cougar Pride,
Get some.